Hello, I'm Kate Graham, the OracleFest founder and host of our events. And this is day zero of the Trusting Your Visions 6 week journey. So, this is like the reflection day before our 42-day Trusting Your Visions journey officially begins. We're going to begin on November 9th with an opening circle on YouTube. And if you want to be in the live Zoom room, then you can absolutely join the Trusting Your Visions journey. Just go to oraclefest.com. Okay. Now, today, in this day zero, I want to talk about something that has been sitting right in my heart, and it's been top of mind about why trusting yourself can feel so scary, even though we know intuitively, and like we know consciously, we know in our logical brain it's the right thing to do because we know that trusting our intuition is what we're supposed to do, what feels best, right? I already even revealed something by saying supposed to. It puts this extra pressure on us. So if you have wanted something very deeply and then you felt terrified of it coming true for some reason, you aren't alone. This happens to many of us. So let me know if that's happening to you or if it hasn't, if it has happened to you. And often people will say that they have this, especially with like relationships or financial success, the feeling of safety doesn't always accompany the end goal of our visions. And so it's difficult to make sense of that, but we'll get there. So this is a bit of a paradox. Like I really, really like the idea of surrendering. And then I need to surrender something. And I do not like this idea any further. Right. So like we want to have control because it feels safe. And then it lets us predict and walk through and absolutely just sort of feel like life is going smoothly, right? But it's a bit of a trick of the mind because really trusting isn't actually about all that, isn't about it being in a super tidy line. It's actually about walking in the fog. And that's what I was doing today in this day zero was walking in the fog, choosing to continue moving anyway. This journey feels tough. Well, I've got to keep walking forward. That is what it's about. So we're in this day zero in between zone where you've said, I don't know what Kate's talking about. I'm just here for the first time. Hello. Or maybe trusting your visions is coming up and you don't quite feel ready. This is for you, this energy and taking an actual day zero. Choose to have a day zero where you zero in on what is important to you, what your intentions may be. And then by tomorrow, day one, we're really going to get clear and we're going to more deeply commit. So for me, here's an example. Choosing to bring OracleFest through requires me to get out of my own way and say, not everything can be the way that I would like it to be perfect or in a certain order or certain standard or certain quality, especially not right away. It can be there in time. I really do believe, but it's not something that we need to have urgency and pressure for. And yet, it's our body's instinct to try to tighten and to push and to contract to try and strengthen versus what is actually wanting to happen, which is to relax and to enjoy, to receive, to allow ourselves freely to move with and in the flow of what is already there. And to me, Oracle Fest is already here, right? And so any resistance I create is something that is for my healing journey to release. Sometimes I actually feel like I'm in conversation with like two versions of myself. There's this version that holds conditions and believes that she will fall and quit and fail and tumble and everyone will watch and everyone will laugh, right? And everyone will judge her and everyone will hate her. I'm laughing because it gets like exceedingly more dramatic, but this really does feel like where our doom and gloom mind goes, right? So I'm joking, but I'm sure I'm not in some way. And then there's this other version of me, and she's like, you are already living your dream life and it's here. And all you need to do is say yes. Why aren't you saying yes louder? Right? It's just as easy as raising your voice. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, a little more, please. And I'm like, why am I acting like I'm scared? Well, I've got these two different, belief systems. And as I lean into the one that actually feels like I'm free and comfortable and enjoying and happy, I'm letting go of the one that actually keeps me bound and uncomfortable and in fear. And in some way, my mind has created those containers as a way to try and keep me safe. And so it's a journey of navigating a new version of safety, one that serves my soul in the deepest way. And I've been doing this for a number of years, so I'm going to bring you a lot of different tools, but it still shows up in different layers. And so it is a journey, it's not a destination. Otherwise, I would have promised a destination and a specific outcome. But here we're on this journey together. So, oh, what does it look like for me in real life? Well, I'll keep using OracleFest as the example here. And over on the Heart's Frontier, I'll be that YouTube. I'll be sharing more and more about my personal journey. I'm going to take on this trusting your visions journey that I guide you all through, and so you can see what I am moving through personally as well, and see it in context. If you want to post your own videos, I would also love to see them as well. That would be awesome. That'd be so great. So in real life, I have been trying to prep for this trusting your visions, and I have been doing a good job of like creating images and cutting together videos, and all my stuff gets like tech glitchy or erased, or the wrong piece of tech comes in, and it just feels like thing after thing after thing has not, even drafting emails and then them not being received, or if things not being saved. It's been really wild. And normally I'm really good with tech stuff and it tends to go really smoothly. So I know this full beaver moon was holding a lot of extra energy for me, because I've just been sort of laughing at like, wow, it just seems like everything's just gonna go not the way I anticipate. And then it's like, okay, today I'm gonna get outside. Oh, every minute of the day is raining, and there's no way to actually get outside without my gear getting wet. And there is no clean place in this very large house that is full of stuff, but also falling apart, in order for me to properly film for you all. And so, properly film, what is that, right? Here I am properly filming for you. This is going to go up to YouTube because I just had to say, okay, you know what? It's got to go. Whatever I wanted to have happen here, it's got to go. I'll put in the other details later. I will re-record later on. Right now, we're meant to do this together, hand in hand. So even the behind the scenes feeling of like mess or not being in alignment really is helping me see exactly what it is I'm here to teach. Because I really think in the past and when I was younger, definitely through high school, I used to feel like overachieving and perfectionism was the thing that created a sense of safety, because at least people would be approving, and I would get the good marks and I would get, accolade of having it together in some kind of way. But as I get older, I realize, you know, my father, when I was leaving the house, around, starting into college or leaving college or something, he said, like, Kate, I just want you to get out in the world and make more mistakes. You haven't really made that many mistakes yet, and you need to. I've really taken that seriously now in my adult life. I should probably go the opposite way, but really, this was such a wise thing for him to say. And Spirit keeps reminding me that nothing is actually meant to be perfect. It already is, and it is alive and divine, and it's meant to simply be, right? And so let it be. Take a hint from the Beatles. Let it be. Every glitch was meant to happen. Every delay was like for my better timing and better interest, and allowed me this space to breathe and gather and kind of come up against myself as well. Maybe that's part of what this day zero preparation is like as well. It's sort of saying, where am I absolutely standing in the way? And I was starting to get a certain resistance of expectation in myself that needed to shift in order for me to show up real and here right now. So staying open to how things want to work out beyond what your expectation was, because it is working itself out. It is already doing that. It is already happening. Like, what a beautiful and perfect process this is, to have gotten delayed, to have to show up a bit more real, and to actually just say, you know what, it can't just always go the way that I think, and to be with that all here on day zero. That isn't even day zero, that I have to call now day zero. It's like a true effort in showing you how it is to surrender, even when I had all the plans to do it another way. This is the way it's meant to go, and it's much better in this way, because this way isn't going to have me coming up with, a fake version. Not that I was trying to do that, but just that, this asks me to be a lot more truthful. I have no choice but to be truthful right now. So it takes some of those other illusions of like control and togetherness and asks me to just be here now. And I think it's in that more vulnerable spot that we actually allow spirit to reach us. It's really a lot easier to receive when everything, like when your back's up against the wall and you don't have any choice. That's why sometimes people have these amazing turnarounds, because it's like, well, man, life can't get any worse. Might as well. Like, I've done this before. Really, where I thought everything just got taken away from me in life. That's how it felt. I was in that mentality, and I said, let go and let God, just every single day. Let go and let God, and let whatever needed to come to me come through. And from wherever, from whoever, you know, had the support, I was open and willing to receive. And that time was so important, because it felt like a much deeper surrender into, you know what, I've got no proof that it's all going to work out okay. I've got zero telling me that right now. Nothing in me believes that it's going to work out okay. And all I have is to go back to a base faith of let go and let God. These things were important shifts to make along the journey of trusting myself. That was years ago, and it still sticks with me today. And it's very humbling to trust your visions, because it asks you to step back from what you expect and from what you thought, and also to rise up into who you are meant to be. So that is a really beautiful, but it is very humbling as well, because you've also got to let go of who you thought you were, and maybe who you thought you were was really great and going in a certain direction, and you're meant to change that. Who knows? We'll see together in this journey. So this is the moment before we choose to trust. I'm choosing to trust. It's day zero. I'm going to choose to trust now. You guys can wait till tomorrow if you want, but you can join me today if you want to. So this is the true like mindset work and heart work behind everything. So I will keep bringing these little lessons out for us throughout this 6-week journey. And if you want to go deeper into what I'll be teaching, like these rituals and activations and deeper philosophies and mindset shifts in this Trusting Your Visions journey, that's happening on OracleFest YouTube, but especially it's happening on OracleFest.com. Go to OracleFest.com and you'll be able to see the replays. You're going to get the emails from us. That's going to hold a lot of your replay juice. And so you can find it through OracleFest.com. Go to Trusting Your Visions. And thank you for walking this path with me so far, for being here right now. And please write a comment, let me know you are here, or like the video to show that you're supporting Oracle Fest and what happens from here forward. And our early bird tickets are going to be on sale as of probably as of Sunday, as of day one. But if not, you can go check now. Maybe they're already up. Maybe I've gotten to it by the time you wake up and see this. And yeah, and so I will see you all there. I'm getting a ring, so it's like spirit calling.